Hey everybody, I want to wheeze them here about 4:45 a.m. Saturday, December 29th. Just introduced Legendary Zulu. He's actually still on the portal. What we're going to do in this part 29 of our introductions, going to put Thorn on the portal for the very first time. I don't think we've ever used him in battle mode just yet. Tower of Time I have somehow gotten on the portal. I can't remember how or why, but it was just basically that's why you've seen the Tower of Time there in the distance. Haven't played the level, haven't done anything with it. What we're going to do after we've introduced Thorn, we're actually going to back out. I'll put the Tower of Time on. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's going to activate the like magic effect or not, since I don't know if it'll register the dummies and sheep as enemies or not. Then I will try to showcase the Battle Hammer and the Sky Diamond, I think. So what I'm going to do now, actually on the pause screen, this is kind of an underappreciated feature in my opinion. In Giants it would spaz out if I tried to do this, but I'm going to pull Legendary Zulu, and you saw the Skylander go away. Now I will put Thorn on. Thorn actually defeated Wrecking Ball in the cuteness contest. That was a blog poll I ran earlier this year. So lots of he's really a lot like Wrecking Ball, and then of course he's got the cuteness aspect, you know, which a lot of people just, oh, Wrecking Ball is so cute. Same sentiments here for Thorn. But that said, let's go ahead and back out here, watch his introduction.
Straight to the point.
Okay, got our little Cloudbreaker's accolade here. As you can see, this is truly the first time he has been on the Portal of Power. First question I have is, what does he look like just from the backside? So, pretty much just like the figure. Okay, he's a bit slow. That's gonna be a problem later on. What does he look like jumping? He looks like that. Kind of hard to control compared to some of the other characters. Anyway, let's see what his primary attack is. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like he shoots like 3 puff points or something. I'm not sure what that'd be called. But it's dealing 10s and 15s. That was all 3 10s. It seems to be, you know, 2 10s and a 15 has been, you know, the most often thing we've seen. Secondary attack, was like just a puff of air there. It was 25 initially, and now that he's kind of like deflated, it's 14 9s. Wait, what was that? So there was the 25. I thought I saw a 60 initially. Now, essentially what's happening here, when he is puffed, I guess would be what this would be called, because he's like bigger and goofy. If you press the primary button, it shoots off those little spikes, deal roughly 10 to 15 damage apiece. From this state, whenever you press the secondary attack, it essentially deflates him. It looks like it's going to shoot out a 25. There's the 38. So basically what this does, when he's deflated, you're going to do 9 to 14 damage. When he is puffed like this in deflate, it's 25 to 38. Now the thing I want to pay attention to here is when I press the primary button, he's going to, you know, puff back up, but he's also going to deal some damage right away. So let's check that out from the sheet. Well, that guy didn't work. Deflate. So apparently, I guess it's if you're close enough to something. Let me back out right here. I've got it there. We're basically far away from 3 right now. So that's what it is. If you're close range, let me go ahead and set this up. We should do 40. So kind of quite a few different little strategies you can have with just his base 2 attacks. Wide range of damage, basically 9 to 40 if you will. So, that said, let's come in here We're going to go to collection first. We'll go to Spyro's head. As you can see here, bumped up our total counts, and we've got one more Air Skylander. So that's where we're going to head. Here is Pop Thorn. You can see the exclamation point there. Obviously, Pop Thorn, Air Element. He's a Swap Force Newlander, slogan straight to the point. Biotime. Pop Thorn hails from a race of creatures known as Puffer Thorns, often considered one of the cutest creatures in all of Skylands. Again, this basically is where the gauntlet was thrown in Wrecking Ball's face. They are generally quite timid and puff out sharp spines when scared. It is this ability that long ago led to the unfortunate legacy of being used as combs by giant trolls everywhere, being the sharp spines are perfect for brushing out tangles from their long, matted hair. But not long ago, one Puffer Thorn took a stand, tired of his race being used for nothing more than good grooming. Pop Thorn used his natural thorny abilities to stand up and fight back against the giant trolls. Soon after, Master Eon made Pop Thorn a Skylander, and to this day, no trolls dare to comb their hair. So, interesting background story there, kind of again, like I said, often considered one of the cutest creatures in all of the Skylands. That's really where my concept of the cuteness contest, Pop Thorn versus Wrecking Ball, came from. So we'll back out of here. Ooh, we're gonna back out again. Come in here. Skylanders Stats. Max health 280, speed 43. That compared to other characters that are rated at 43, he seems like archaically slow. Armor 24, that's actually somewhat unexpected. We'll assume it might be attributable to the spikes. Critical hit 6, elemental power, he's sitting at 39 thanks to the plus 14. What I'm going to do before we end this, I'm going to go back out. I want to kind of see if he's got one of those animations like Zulu. Right now, it's not looking like it because I guess we'd see it here, but I'll double check. Gonna come in now, take a look at his upgrades. What he has right now, box stock, is Puff. Press Y to puff and damage nearby enemies. That's going to be the one where he's deflated and you press the Y button. He's going to do roughly 40 damage as he puffs back up. Then, while puffed, rapidly press Y to shoot out homing spikes at nearby enemies. Those, of course, are the 3 spikes that do roughly 10 to 15 damage. Secondary attack is Pop. Press A to pop and shoot out a large wind blast. That does basically 25 damage. While popped, hold A to shoot out a gust of wind. Okay, I'm going to try holding A here in a little bit because I was just pressing A. But pressing A, it did basically 9 to 14 damage. So, again, quite a lot to take in. He's basically got like 4 attacks from 2 moves here, box stock. That said, let's take a look at his upgrades. First purchased upgrade is called Fresh Breath. Press A to pop. After popping, hold A to shoot more powerful air projectiles for a short time. Second upgrade is Puffball Pound. Press Y to puff. Press X while puffed to slam into the ground, damaging all nearby enemies. I'm generally a fan of this type of a move. I find it effective and useful. Tend to use it quite a bit, so glad to see that present. Polished Spiked is his third purchased upgrade. Press Y to puff. After puffing, press Y rapidly to shoot more powerful spike projectiles for a short time. So, instead of doing 10 to 15, they ought to be bumped up a little bit there. Final purchased upgrade is called Wind Trap. While popped, which is deflated, press X, the tertiary attack that ground pounds when you're puffed, to leave behind a spiny mine. The mine puffs and explodes when enemies approach, launching them into the air. So, Pop Thorn, just from his box stock moves, has 4 of them, and then factoring in his 4 base purchased upgrades, he is quite the complicated character. That said, we're now going to get into his upgrade paths. The top one, I think, is called Tough and Puffed Path. Begins with Roller Puff. While puffed, hold X to roll forward, damaging all enemies in the way. So that's kind of akin to Wrecking Ball. Bounce Back. Puffing deals increased damage and reflects nearby projectiles. Final one is going to be Prickly Body. while puffed, taking damage releases a spiked projectile that damages an attacker. So this one seems pretty interesting to me. Again, this is kind of reminiscent, prickly body of like a stump smash deal. Bounce backs, kind of like Star Strike-ish with a reflection. Roller puffs, kind of like Wrecking Ball's attacks. Bottom path, I think it was Controlled Breather, something along those lines. It begins with Arrow Trampoline. While puffed, hold X to charge a powerful slam attack. Release to bounce multiple times, damaging all enemies in the way. Then we've got Deep Breath. While puffed, press A to shoot 3 air blasts instead of 1. And then we've got Scattered Winds. While popped, air beams now shoot multiple projectiles that spread. Excuse me for yawning, it's 5 a.m., so it's understandable, I suppose. I really have no clue what path I'm going to take with this guy. The good news is, and you probably don't know this, but I actually have 2 of him, so I can take both paths. It's going to be one of those deals. It's going to take some time, even with his, like box stock stuff to get used to, but then like the 4 base upgrades, you're probably going to want to spend a lot of time with those, see what suits your playstyle better before you pick a path. Soul Gem is called To Puff or Not to Puff. While popped, which is deflated, speed is increased. Hallelujah. That's going to come in extremely handy. While puffed, armor is increased, which reduces damage taken. Pretty unique Soul Gem there, for the simple fact that it's kind of like twofold, and it's not related to a primary, secondary, or tertiary attack. It just simply increases speed and increases armor, depending on whether you're puffed or popped. So Pop Thorn, pretty neat character. Seems like box stock. He's fairly powerful. You're just going to have like a learning curve, I guess, to kind of master when to use which attack and why. Soul Gem is going to be really nice, and then it's just basically, I would again advise getting all 4 of the base upgrades, then using those and picking a path that either is going to augment what you consider the weaker traits or enhance what you consider the best, and take it from there. So again, the good news, I will take both paths because I have 2 of these guys, so we'll run from there. That said, let's take a look at his quests real quick. First 6, pretty basic. Defeat 1,000 enemies, eat 15 pieces of food, don't take damage, win 10 PvP. Totally max that. I'm a fan of that one, and encourages you to explore the character. 7,500 elemental bonus damage. Now the 2 big air challenges here begin with Geronimo. Travel over 250 feet in one fall. I'll knock that out tonight, because you can do it here in Woodboro. When you climb to the top, do that little bonus gold area, and come back to Woodboro. Sky Looter. Collect a total of 500 gold in midair. Again, that's just going to be, you gotta make it happen, really. And then Pop Thorn's personal quest is called Take a Deep Breath. Hit enemies with a single stream of breath 100 times in a row. I'm going to go check in on this real quick. We're going to back out of all this stuff. Back here to Woodboro. I'm going to pop with the A button, and I'm going to hold it down and see if it works. Okay, so it's not what I expected, but it does, and you can move while doing that, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see what he looks like when he jumps like this. You know what? He gets pretty good hang time like that in his like pop state. I mean, just check that out, how long it is before he gets back to the ground. I'm going to go ahead and puff, which that would do 40 damage. I don't know. I don't know if it's like roughly the same. I want to say, I guess it is roughly the same downtime. I don't know. It's not really a like significant aspect there. What I'm gonna do now, I'm grabbing the Tower of Time from the box containing the giants. I'm gonna stick it on the portal power. I forgot how nice this thing looked. It's actually still in my hand. But I think what this does is it's supposed to like drop gears down on enemies. Since we're in Woodboro, I don't know if it'll do it or not, but I'm going to find out for you. looks really cool. It sounds awesome too. Yeah, so it's dealing 12 and then something massive that I missed. That said, I had already put this on the portal for some reason, I can't remember. But this is where it spawns. That's what it looks like. It's pretty impressive. Kind of like that bridge leading into it as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull it because we have to. I'm going to grab the, what is it, the battle hammer, I believe. We're going to set it on the portal power now. Battle hammer. Okay, the timer's going down, so I've got to do something. I'm just going to press primary. I think the hammer must be doing the 25 damage. I'm going to go ahead and pull it real quick. I think the hammer's 25 initially. It might have been a 50. I didn't really get a good look at it. Now I'm going to grab the Sky Diamond. I think any enemy that you defeat, this is going to make them drop a diamond. Sadly, I think the diamond's only worth 20. That said, that beats like getting 3 pieces of gold that are worth 1 piece. This also looks really, really cool. So I'm going to set it down. Sky Diamond. Okay, and it also is timed. However, it seems to be much slower. Oh, yeah. That's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and just kind of around here. Okay, did the sheep don't drop the diamonds? That would be awesome if they did. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it as well. Oh, you're kidding me. It takes the diamonds away? Well, that's lame. Let's put it back on the portal. Sadly, there's going to be the intro screen for it, I guess, like every time. Can't tell, yeah. Look at that gold panel while I'm just like spamming all of this. That's pretty awesome. So I guess it just appears and you basically collect it. It's picking up 10 things. You was okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull the diamond. You can see it go away. I want to see if it comes back. If this has unlimited use in Woodboro, it would be fantastic. And it doesn't. That's kind of sad. But nonetheless, that's pretty helpful. I mean, you saw the guy come onto the portal for the very first time. 1914, so that's pretty significant. I wish I would have walked around and picked up the rest of those diamonds from the first batch, but that's something I'm going to do to get money, and I think it's going to actually work out really well, particularly if you have just a really quick attack. Just stand close to one of these dummies and just spam it, probably between every level is what I'd recommend. That is, I guess, pretty much it here. Trying to make sure there's nothing else I want to do. I think Tim had told me that if you do something with the Sky Diamond and the Battle Hammer, you get like a crud ton of cash or something. I'll try to dig that. I think that might have been sent on the Wii U. I'm not sure. I'll try to double check and look into that. But I could see that happening, like if you got them both going or something. But that said, this one kind of a little bit longer than usual, just for the simple fact we have Pop Thorn, we got the Tower of Time, we got the 2 magic items, so that's kind of cool. Shipwreck Island will be the same way. We'll wind up location piece, the groove machine. I'm looking forward to that one. I can't remember what the other piece is off the top of my head. But let me come in here, actually. I want to see if those magic items registered. They must have, because collection's lit up. I guess that's because I hadn't looked at hats. Yeah, it's going to be over here. Let's go ahead and click other toys. As you can see, they're calling them. There's the Tower of Time. That's an adventure piece. Obviously, I've used the hidden treasure. I've actually used the platinum hidden treasure, so it must not distinguish that. Sky Diamond, the magic item, and of course the Battle Hammer, which is a magic item. Doesn't give us any insights or information there. Shipwreck Island, we know about the locations. Golden Dragon, we'll do that. Got Key and Crossbows coming soon. Wing Boot, there's the Groove Machine, that's going to be pretty sweet. Yeah, it's Platinum Sheep was the other one, so. That's weird, because I've got the Platinum Treasure Chest. It's literally the only treasure chest I've used, and it's apparently didn't register. Maybe the regular one will register that way. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't relate to this video. But as you can see, we got credit for that stuff, so that's pretty cool. Might help our Portal Master rank somehow. That said, this was Pop Thorn, this was the Tower of Time, this was the Sky Diamond, and this was the Battle Hammer. So pretty cool, we've gotten that introduced, taken care of. Now I can play as Pop Thorn when we have some air areas. Biggest thing here, I think I can get a lot of money with the Sky Diamond. So anytime I complete a level, some of the stuff you won't see me record will actually be coming in each time and using that thing. Who do we do next? I think what I will do, we'll go ahead, we will do Jolly Bumble Blast as a standalone video. Then when I do Bumble Blast, I'll use the Fiery Forge piece. We'll get that on the portal. It should unlock an arena. Then we'll do Knockout Terrapin, because he's from the Fiery Forge Battle Pack. Then I'll do Scorp, and I'm thinking maybe Riptide, and past that I haven't even thought of it, because it's after 5 a.m. right now. So, nonetheless, Pop Thorn seems like a pretty promising character. Going to be one of those ones, he might turn some people away just because it looks like it's going to take like quite a bit of time to, one, figure out how to orchestrate everything as best it should be, and two, decide which paths you want to take. But I think if you take the time to actually figure that out, and then take the time, most importantly, to perfect him when he's fully upgraded, I think he could be quite an asset. So, nonetheless, I'm looking forward to playing as him. Again, we're going to come back, I guess, part 30. We will introduce Jolly Bumble Blast finally. So stay tuned for that. Again, be sure to check out the blog, oneofwisdom.com. Tons of information there. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, thank you for watching, and we will be right back here shortly.